Welcome back to a mini rule ramble for Immersion RPG and Infected.
Yeah, man.
This one's on rolling for intensity. To build intensity, rather.
To build intensity. Making that shit exciting.
So I think quite a lot of games these days are focusing more on story rather than hack and slash, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even within the realm of hack and slash...
On the rules light.
Yeah, but I mean, BAMS did that.
Yep. Did it well.
They looked at it more as like a story rather than... And something for intensity purposes, building the story, building the plot.
Yeah.
So everything should kind of build to that. And I subscribe to that to some degree.
Yeah.
And I don't like to railroad the narrators down that path, necessarily. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't, right? But you should have that option there, right?
Yeah.
So here's some ways to look at immersion for building intensity. To start off with is you only make a roll when there's a chance of failure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if your stat is high,
Mm-hmm.
you may not need a roll for a lot of things.
It's not exactly too hard to pick up a cup when you got a strength of 5.
That's right. So when you're running, for example, you don't need to make a roll to run, right? So if you get a strength of maybe 8, and a dexterity of 8, and a constitution of 8, and athletics of 8, whoa!
That's a powerful character.
That character can run, dude!
He can run for a long time, and he can run quickly.
That's right. So, chances of catching him, you could make a roll, obviously, but he's going to tire less. It's just logical.
Yeah.
That a character with 4s on all his attributes, physical attributes, won't be able to really catch a guy who's got 8s.
Unless he gets a lucky roll.
Yeah. He might have that little one shot at it. But if he misses, the other guy's just gone.
Yeah.
Right? If you are shooting at someone and they're prone, and you're standing there, there's no stress involved, you're going to hit him.
Yeah.
Just full successes, right? It's not oh yeah, roll a hit. Yeah, why?
Yeah.
So
have you ever had that in old games? Someone's tied up and it's roll to hit. Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot him in the head. Oh, I missed. I've had that a few times back when we were kids.
That's when we didn't understand.
Yeah.
Armor class represents dodging and all that stuff. Yeah, funny. So you only roll when there's a chance of failure. Mm-hmm. Right? But what happens if you fail on that roll?
Oh dear.
Now, it's not a bungle, it's not a complete stuff up, but it does add a complication.
It does.
So this is when the narrator and the player can get a little bit creative.
Mm-hmm.
I actually encourage the players to describe what happens.
How they fail.
Yeah, how they fail, what happens.
Yeah.
And add a little complexity. So say they were climbing the slope and they fail their check. Well, now there's a bit of a slide coming down, a slide of rocks.
Yeah.
And now they're in danger of getting swept away.
Yeah.
They'll have to make a new check with a penalty to try to avoid that thing or something like that.
It's kind of a little tool to really put your players in the position. And when people are kind of making it up in their heads and they can really see it, again, I always naturally go back to role playing better, but it will make them consider what's around them and possibilities, and it really makes them sort of go, oh, okay, this is what I actually could do in the situation.
Yeah, totally.
So it really grounds the person and builds.
Yeah. It's really great to get them involved with the concept of it, right?
Yeah.
The narrator can always put a little twist in there, right?
Oh shit, I failed, and
yeah.
Now I'm scrabbling. And okay, roll again. Oh, okay.
Or even more fun stuff. It's you're trying to jump from one roof to another.
Yeah.
And you fail, and it's you maybe
feel that fear. You're just oh shit.
It could be that you just go straight through the middle and you're just falling, which is always fun. But it could be also that you've grabbed hold of the gutter and you're suspended and the gutter starts to fall. Yeah. And then there's a guard maybe starting to walk around the corner.
Yeah.
And you're oh, what? But it's not total catastrophe, but you are in a dangerous position.
Yeah. And then you got to think quick.
And it adds fun. It adds fun, it adds intensity and heightens that anticipation. Oh!
But God forbid you should bungle.
Ooh,
and that's where it gets bungle. I don't hate bungling, to be honest.
That's fun.
You know, when I go to do something like, I want to know does my character know the directions, or does he think he knows what's going on? And you go, bungle. You know, it's just, I end up cracking up because I'm just like, okay, my character thinks we're going to McDonald's for a fucking cheeseburger, and you know, a lot of the time Oliver will just like giggle along with me, and it might not be, you know, terrible, but obviously sometimes, you know, bungles can lead to quite harsh actions. Say you're in combat or something, you might snap your sword or whatever. But a lot of the time it just becomes quite entertaining and really sort of builds. And again, we will generally let, you know, one of us sort of assign what happens. You know, Oliver might jump in and go, okay, you fall over, you twist your ankle, you know, roll Constitution check. If it's not super important, then he might go, you know, sort of just laugh along and let one of the characters decide what happens, and usually we'll come up with something comical and completely stupid and not beneficial. There's been that many times where I've gone, okay, I'll poke him in the eye by accident, and it's just like, why would you do that to another character? But it's like, it's something that might happen.
Yeah.
You know, you might be walking and tread on, you know, Rain's foot or something. It happens. Shit does happen like that.
Yeah. The other way to look at it is just that the narrator can be inventive. But if the character, as Jet says, if the player character, rather the player, can think with it, that's even better.
Yeah.
It's way better to get them involved and them going, oh man, I know exactly what happens. I like lunge to stab him, and I stab at the wall, and I poke myself in the face with my own hilt. That has happened.
It happens.
Right. And you know what, it's brutal, but you know what, it's actually fun at the same time. You've got to be willing to roll with it and go, oh, okay, this is what happens.
Yeah.
I've got this, and you create it. And you creating it.
But
yeah.
sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, it's awesome though.
And as long as you can, you know, water the duck's back, obviously your character's going to keep on going, but
well, hopefully.
Sometimes it can just really lead you into hot water, and you know what, hot water's kind of fun in the game.
Yeah, you should. I think people should look at it as what's dramatic.
Yeah.
Rather than, I want to win.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it from a dramatic storytelling perspective, if everyone's trying to tell the story, then it really does add a lot to the game. So you're running from an infected. When the movies, what happens? They fall over, they trip, they go down over a cliff and land on a pane of glass. I saw in Maze Runner 2 the other day. They fell down this thing and landed on an all pane of glass, and then it started to crack, and then zombies started to come down after them, and you're like, whoa, that's cool. That's adding complication.
Yeah.
Interest. Ooh, very nice.
Indeedy.
Yep.
So yeah, get creative with them rolls, man.
Build intensity.
Yeah. Cool, man. So, good ramble.